My name is Ian Horrocks. I'm one of the founders of OST, Oxford Semantic Technologies, and I'm a professor at the University of Oxford, where I've been working in the area of knowledge representation and reasoning for, well, more decades than I care to mention. I mean, the basis for LLMs is just next word prediction, really. So we're all familiar, I guess, with, typing messages into our iPhone and stuff, and it's now predicting, after I've said a few things, what's the next word going to be. Well, LLMs are, in essence, just a sort of massively scaled up version of that, where the model is so huge that the context can be quite large, even thousands of words, so that instead of just looking at the last 2 or 3 words that you typed in, it's looking at the last 1,000 or even tens of thousands of words of our conversation, and then it's predicting what comes next. And if you make the context be big enough, as we've all seen now interacting with these large language models, it can magically seem like interacting with a real human being. The problem is that actually, like real human beings, large language models tend to make mistakes, get things wrong, and even just completely make things up when they don't really know what the answer is. Already a lot of LLM systems that are being used in practice are in fact integrated with at least a layer of rules that try to avoid completely making things up. One way that rules-based AI can be used in conjunction with large language models is this idea called RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation. And basically what happens here is that users interact with the large language model using natural language with all of the benefits of that. But instead of the answers to the questions coming directly from the large language model, what happens is that the large language model formulates a query against some sort of data or knowledge base that would then, the answer to that query would then be sent back to the user in order to answer their question. And the advantage of this is that the answer to the user query is coming from a carefully curated, large-scale knowledge resource, rather than coming from some statistically generated large language model where we can't be quite sure about the accuracy of the answers. RDFOps combines our research on the underlying theory of how to do reasoning at scale, developing algorithms and data structures, with also decades of experience in how to engineer these systems to optimally exploit the underlying algorithms and data structures that we've developed. This allows us to deal with applications at a scale that would have been unimaginable. And with a performance that will, I think, really surprise most people. I really suggest that you download RDFOps and give it a try, and I guarantee you'll be amazed at the results.